For you?
What's that?
Flowers.
For what? Is this gonna make up for everything?
What's the problem?
The problem is that you know what the problem is. And you handed her flowers without a sorry, a please forgive me. Are $25 flowers supposed to be enough after he lost what could be years of their children's tuition?
Did you get our money back?
Andrei returns home to Florida from Moldova a week after Elizabeth left him there because he kept from her that he lost $75,000 of their money in a bad investment. He claims he has a plan to fix it, but there's a catch.
Might need another investment for that.
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, and despite him coming home, still trying to bulldoze his way into getting Libby to move to Moldova,
No, we're
This
selling
is
this
our
house.
home?
This is half of my house.
she ends up forgiving him after he finally says,
I didn't mean to hurt you. You think
What's this?
I'm saying that I really mean it. If you want to hear a story, I'm sorry.
and while that apology is a relief for Libby, to me, it feels less like a wife standing beside her husband and more like a mom, gentle parenting a stubborn teenager.
He's not one to apologize, so when he does, it's like a monumental moment.
Go, Andrei! Woohoo! You apologized for losing $75,000 of your family's money and lying about it to your wife. Woo! Yeah, no. The real question here is, where's the line between understanding your partner and enabling unacceptable behavior? Let's talk about it.
It's Malicia.
Hey, 90 Day Fans fam, it's Malicia. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. We finally made it to 30K. Some of you might remember when I started doing the recaps on this channel, I told you when we get to 30K, I will let you know the story behind why I left ET and how we are where we are now. So that is coming. I've been really busy lately, but be on the lookout for that video. I'll have it for you sometime soon. Also, a big congrats to Julia and Brandon, who are expecting their first child together.
We're pregnant!
And it is exciting and it's a little scary.
You got this. Thank you so much for all of your love and support.
Y'all, when I heard the news, I was so excited. Like it was someone in my family or something. I'm just so proud of Julia for confronting and pushing through her fears of not being able to conceive.
Doctor in Russia told me I can't have a kid. This is like a knife in my chest.
That's one of the things I love about this show. When you put all the chaos and Jasmine and Gino type of behavior aside, you really get an inside look into people's life journeys and how they can go from being in one place, feeling like this thing isn't possible or there's so much fear surrounding a dream, to having the dream and living the life that, you know, they were hoping for. So give life time at times. Just let it play out. And I know Brandon is ecstatic. He's been wanting to be a dad for a long time. Now, before that baby comes, I hope they have a sit down with Mrs. Betty to talk about boundaries. I know she means well, and she's probably going to be a big help when the baby comes. But putting some boundaries in place respectfully ahead of time, I think will be a good idea. And let's just hope Mrs. Betty adheres to them. By the way, this episode, Julia was furious with Brandon's parents after she brought her parents, who just arrived in town from Russia after 3 days of traveling, to her and Brandon's house for the first time. And without her knowledge, Betty and Ron are there, ready to party, with barbecue, beer, wine, the whole setup.
This is why I say it's like you maybe don't should have a kid.
I didn't think you'd be upset. I'm sorry, but we wanted to come and surprise you.
Julia said, Your surprise feels more like a nightmare to me.
We want to shower and sleep.
While of course we know Betty and Ron have the best intentions, in my opinion, the surprise did come off a bit inconsiderate. Only because Julia has been pretty clear for a while now about wanting more boundaries in space. And by this point, Betty and Ron know her personality. Whether they like it or not, she tends to resist extreme closeness. But instead of honoring that and gently creating that sense of closeness over time, it feels as if they keep trying to
push
their way of operating onto her. And Julia shared, with this being the first time her parents are visiting, it's a big deal to her. She's nervous. So to me, this was an opportunity to show their daughter-in-law support. But it seems like Betty and Ron were thinking more about what they would enjoy than what Julia would actually appreciate.
Somebody throws me a party and surprises me. I'm not ungrateful. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. Brandon's parents were offended that Julia was upset.
Julia, I feel like you're the one being antagonistic.
So much so, Betty storms off and says they are getting a hotel. But what I didn't expect was for Brandon to go with them.
Them are unexpected came. That's my house.
I'm gonna go stay with them.
You can't go stay with them.
Yes, I can.
No, Brandon,
I can
you
do
are
whatever I want.
You are not going.
Can I go with you guys?
Not him going from saying, I can do whatever I want to his wife, and then running behind mommy and daddy saying, can I go with you guys? Brandon seemingly leaves the house with his parents, leaving Julia's mom and dad confused.
Brandon пошел с ними. Не, он не должен так. Brandon, come back, please.
Oh, her mom said, please. Julia told Brandon, if he leaves, don't come back home. She also says tomorrow she's changing the locks.
Really?
Whew. While yes, Julia could have shown a bit more gratitude, because after all, her dad seemed to be really enjoying the ribs, she's frustrated at this point. And I understand. Also, in other parental news,
look at your smile. You are smirking big right there.
Darcey, что си боса?
oh, this episode, Georgie reunites with his parents after 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and one of his biggest fears happened.
Правите ми впечатление от Дарси.
Не с подходяща облякана за сезона.
His parents called Darcey out for her attire. Something Georgie had worried might happen, so he had repeatedly told his wife to dress conservatively.
She say, why you so naked? Damn.
While getting dressed, Darcey said she wanted to feel comfortable, which to her meant looking snatched.
If I was a cereal, I'd be snatch, crackle, and pop. Snatch, crackle, and pop.
Don't pop a joint.
Snatch, crackle, and pop.
Is she doing the Tootsie Roll?
Let me see the Tootsie Roll. Just make that Tootsie Roll.
Oh, you gotta love Darcey. I'm hoping her desire to look snatched was less about his parents and more about the cameras. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Oh.
But yeah, back to Georgie reuniting with his parents. I wonder why he hasn't seen them in 13 years. Damn, she said I lived to see you come back. Look at Darcey. I almost teared up myself. 13 years? And there doesn't seem to be any animosity. They seem to actually like each other.
He's home. Yes. Yes.
Group hug. So sweet. Georgie favors his dad a lot. His mom says ever since Georgie left, it's been painful for them. And his dad says there is nothing better than to hug your son. Maybe finances kept him from returning? Or he didn't feel like he accomplished enough? I don't know, but I hope at some point he opens up about it, because that's a long time. I can only imagine the ache that left in his mom's heart. His mom, who ends up connecting with Darcey, or at least she tries to, as she helps sew Darcey's jacket after she experienced a wardrobe malfunction. Darcey's plan was to keep her jacket buttoned so you wouldn't see much of her legs, but right when they arrived at Georgie's parents' house, the button broke. What are the chances, right? Maybe next time Darcey will actually listen to Georgie and stick to a more conservative look, like the slacks and blouse she was originally going to wear.
It's not fitting the way that I thought it would. Haven't tried it on in a while.
Look, I am all for wanting to look your best so you feel your best. But I think in cases like this, it's important to think about what is your priority. Is it to feel snatched or is it to connect with Georgie's parents? I've had to learn myself. Some moments are less about leading with the way you look and more about leading with who you are. Trusting that that will be enough. Darcey was so focused on her appearance, it became Georgie's parents' focus, and not in a good way. Now we see her sitting on Georgie's mom's bed in her cute little bodysuit with her legs out, waiting as Georgie's mom sews her jacket. It's all just a bit extra. All of it. But that is our girl Darcey. While sitting with his mom, Darcey shares she would like Georgie to open up to her more, something his mom brings up to him over dinner.
First, she arrived in inappropriate clothes, and now this.
As Georgie is telling his parents he does have a problem sharing what's going on with him, he looks over and sees Darcey crying.
I don't want crying.
Let me feel, please.
I wonder if the tears are about what's being said or the whole day. She had to meet Georgie's parents, which is already nerve-wracking. Her jacket broke. His mom told her she looks naked. Yeah, this dinner conversation just seems to have taken her over the edge. Now, I know to some the tears seem selfish, and I get that. I wish she did restrain. But I've had some of those days where things are just adding up. The pressure is building, and you feel the tears on the edge. And at some point, they just fall. They just come out at the wrong time.
Те сме като домакини на първа среща и на вечеря. Да, естествено, че е притеснително, че този човек може да пророни сълзи за...
Oh goodness, Darcey, get it together.
За проблем, който мисля, че съществува между тях, между сина ми и нея.
She called Darcey, quote, this person. Awkward. Hopefully that was a minor error with the translation. Hopefully. Something else that was awkward this episode was Gino's rant about Jasmine's side piece Matt. During what was supposed to be a moment where he explains things to Natalie in hopes of getting their bond back. As she packs her bags to leave Michigan after her explosive fight with Jasmine.
After last night, I'm feeling exhausted, disappointed, angry, very angry. But I agreed to see Gino again to hear his side of the story.
Once Gino arrived at her hotel, Natalie brings up how she thought he gave Jasmine closure in regard to their relationship. But even Matt said there was still a chance for them to reconcile.
Matt, he's coming here low life.
I mean,
Let's see.
I'm only going to speak for myself.
And I'm going to tell Matt that next time I see him.
Wow.
And instead of taking responsibility for his actions, he kept going in on Matt.
Look at Matt. Oh, I'm Rico Suave. Oh, I have no problem with the women.
What is happening? Matt has no problem with the women, but clearly you do, Gino, and we can see why. This is your opportunity to show Natalie how much you care about getting to know her. It's not the time to treat her like she's your therapist.
Well, but Matt is like so short. How is he going to get a date?
He got your wife.
Just a fact.
It sounds like Gino has been ruminating on this all night.
How is he going to get a date? Because all the women are taller than Matt.
Honestly, that's like besides the point for me. I really, that's regardless.
And I'm going to tell him that next time I see him.
Oh, Gino. Natalie, run. If you needed any more confirmation, this is it. Gino's not ready.
Hey! Mr. Buzzkill is here.
All right, let's get into Andrei returning home after his wife, Elizabeth, left him in Moldova after he withheld that he lost $75,000 of their money in a bad investment.
Did you get our money back?
She missed him. You can tell. That is her husband, after all. Andrei tells her he didn't get the money back, but he met with, quote, some people, and they're going to meet with the lawyer, and they're going to fix it.
Might need another investment for that.
It's already giving sketchy once again. In my opinion, he's asking for another investment too soon. Without sharing more details about his plan, you need another investment for what? How much? And the lawyer. What do you plan to do with the lawyer? Andrei, what does fixing this situation look like to you? Realistically.
I think it's just reasonable to do it because I want to make it work. I still want to move there.
Oh, Lord. Libby tells Andrei she's not moving there, and he says he's selling their house.
I like our house. Our house is nice.
No, we're selling
This is
this
our
house.
home.
This is half of my house.
So sell half of it, Andrei, since you want to be childish. You would think after betraying his wife's trust like that, he would be focused on helping her feel as comfortable as possible right now.
You're seriously gonna come in with an attitude like this?
I'm not coming with an
After
attitude,
everything that
Elizabeth.
happened? You made a stupid investment.
Investments are part of a business, and sometimes you have hiccups.
Hiccups that hurt are the worst.
I can't take this.
Libby goes on to tell Andrei from now on, she's going to be part of every business move he makes. He can make the decisions, but he has to allow her to be part of it.
I want to trust you. I really do.
I know that must be hard to do after that. The moment he asked for another investment, I said, oh, good luck, Elizabeth. It would take me some time to trust him with big financial moves after that hiccup. Mainly because he lied about it. He kept his mistake under wraps.
Are you sorry?
I'm sorry again.
It's not that I want to hear it. I want to make sure that you actually feel that way.
Like, I don't want it to transform into a fight over here. I came home, like, I want to fix it.
Libby tells Andrei they will figure it out later, and after spending a week apart, she is glad to see him. Let me be clear. There is no part of me that wants Elizabeth and Andrei to break up. They have kids together, they've built a whole life, but it's just frustrating watching their dynamic at times. Yes, Libby knows Andrei. She knows saying sorry is rare for him, and to her, that makes it a big deal.
He's not one to apologize, so when he does, it's like a monumental moment. So it's human somewhere in there.
But just because you know why someone struggles with something doesn't mean you have to accept it as enough. Andrei isn't the first man who's had to learn how to apologize to his wife. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, especially when you've made a huge mistake.
Even though I'm really angry about the investment money, I definitely feel like this is a step in the right direction, and I'm feeling a little bit better around him.
If you ask me, Andrei should consider practicing showing Elizabeth more respect. He has 2 little ones, a girl and a boy, watching how he speaks to her and their unbalanced dynamic. Love is about meeting each other halfway, right? At least that should be the goal. Not one person crawling the whole distance while the other takes baby steps.
Let's get step back into our life and let's move on.
And to be honest, I'm passionate about this topic because I've been in relationships, not just romantic, platonic as well, where I've understood someone to a T. Their life experience, their triggers, their struggles. But I was so busy being the understanding one that I didn't notice I wasn't getting that same understanding and respect in return. And then I realized just because I understood this person didn't mean that I needed to accept less than what I needed from them in a relationship. At the end of the day, if you don't want to step up and do more, what you're asking me to do is be your mother. And I didn't sign up for that. If that's a job description I'm not taking. Clearly, there's some emotional charge there. But anyway, considering that, for fun, I'll leave you with this question. Where in your life are you confusing understanding with accepting less than you deserve? Now, don't freak out when you come up with your answer. That doesn't mean you have to walk away or walk out tomorrow. The real power is in asking, what is one boundary one request, one way I can show up differently in this relationship, in this job, that reminds me that I deserve more without blowing up my whole life. Because it's not always about leaving. Sometimes it's about shifting how you value yourself in a situation and letting that set the tone and trusting that that shift will eventually bring you even more clarity and courage to do whatever is best for you.
I know we've had some really long days, but would you consider marrying me?
Oh my goodness, stepping down from the wholesome conversation. Coming up on 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, Matt asks Jasmine to marry him, Gino's left in tears, and Jasmine is fearing deportation.
I'm super afraid of being deported. It doesn't look good for me.
Those look like real tears this time. I have so many thoughts, but I'm gonna keep them to myself for now. All right, 90 Day Fans fam, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. I would love to have you stick around. Thanks for hanging with me. This was fun. All right, I'll see you next time.